want us to. All these just no shake like the sellers do. All these on the tools, they not one or two. Now I'm step or two. Look at all the cash I blew. Rippers out in Vegas, still want us to. All these just no shake like the sellers do. All these on the tools, they not one or two. Now I'm step or two. Look at all the cash I blew. Strange new addictions, up on the road. Change my opinion, change all my flows, change my approach. Loving these songs everywhere. It rains, it pours. You make me feel so prominent. That's what I am. I'm just a man. Is it dropping like that? I love it when you move like that. Turn around and go get it back. Get it back. Get it
I be so sick of you niggas, y'all contradicting. I be so bold myself, can you come and fuck me? I feel so ordinary to bring you around me. Treat me like all the right, wear me out. Arguments, you air me out. Tripping about your whereabouts, I can't keep no conflict with you, boy, can we just rub it out? I don't want no savvy with you, you know you my plug, and I can't shake the tab, and no. I've been out, baby, never reminiscing. Heavy on my missing.
Boss.
Yeah.
If I was to get in the chord, I'll make it look like this.
Mm-hmm.
Look at how many people mod their chords.
Sounding 8, Janet.
Oh man. Oh man, hold on. Watch out. Step back. You're in the camera, man. Cappuccino.
Yo.
It was good. Yeah, you're able to get in. I don't know what. Hold on 1 minute.
What?
There's always something. Hold on 1 minute.
Wait, there we go. Is it working on you?
Yeah.
Okay.
He said the link. I'm confused. They say the link is not working for them. That
No.
Hold on, let me look at something. Yes, I'm. Yeah, I see it. I'm trying to figure it out right now. I don't know why it's not working for y'all. I've never had an issue with this. Why is it? Yeah, no. Jordan, what do you think? What you think? What it was?
So I just went on my iPad because it wasn't working
Yeah.
from my phone. Hold on.
Hold on a minute.
Shit. Hold on. Fix my. I carry me better.
Yeah.
Okay. What's good, Derek? How you been?
I'm
Good. Oh shit. Let me.
wait. You can hear me? This echo and this delay is
Do you hear the delay on my end?
nah, but it was on my end, and then it's like staticky.
Oh yeah, I can hear it. The delay in your end. You don't sound static, but I can hear the delay in your end. All right, me text Ronnie.
Hold on. Yeah, it has to be something with Restream because I can't.
Yeah, because I was gonna do it on my phone, so to my background, but I just went. I don't know how Ronnie's getting it on his end. And
Yeah, Ro- Roni, it has something to do. It has something to do with with Restream. Because I'm in the back. I don't know what to do. Hmm. Roni, try another thing.
hold on 1 second there. Just got technical
Hello?
difficulties.
Tell me what? I, hold on. All right then. Hold on. Yo, I'm gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end the stream and restart it again. Let me check something. No, never.
Don't worry about it, Hakeem. I'm just calling Ronnie from the Instagram.
Hold on, I'm just trying to Yo, so Jordan, 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 Jordan. Jordan, 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 Jordan.
I can't hear you. I can't hear you, Hakeem.
You can't hear me from the mic? Uh, no, not yet. Is the mic hook up? Jordan, can you hear me?
Huh? I can't hear you.
You can't hear me?
No. Are you on mute? Okay, here we go.
But can y'all hear me? Yo,
Can y'all hear me?
yeah, I can hear you.
I
Yeah,
can't hear you.
Cappuccino.
yo, it's good.
Cappuccino, can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, but can you hear me? You can
Mm-hmm.
hear me.
Yeah.
Let me leave and come back on. Let me leave and come back on. Hold on.
Yeah.
I'm gonna show you this.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Get something like that.
Yo, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah,
All
I can hear
right.
There
All
we
right.
go.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so
All right, we all good.
technical difficulties.
All right, thank you, Susa. Susa, we sound good? Everything, you can hear all of us?
Switzerland Queen.
Okay, cool. All right, for those in the chat, thank you for coming on the show. We've been having some technical difficulties. Ronnie's gonna come back in, but we got a real good show for you guys. A really good topic. Just give us like one more second for Ronnie to come in, and we're gonna start the show.
Hey, Cappuccino, where you at now?
I'm in LA right
Oh, so you back from out the country?
now. I'll be leaving probably around like March, April, or something like that.
Where you going next?
I know I'm going to East Africa and then hit a couple slide down to South Africa. And
Yeah, that's major right
That's
there.
major. That's major. My dream is always to go to Johannesburg.
oh, where you should go?
Yeah, man. I'm planning on to. Listen, once I get my money right, I'll be a passport, bro.
Sure, they got a bad rap. You might just to be a traveler. Passport
Yeah.
bros, community don't really
Listen.
like them.
Yeah.
But you see, that Hakeem Cappuccino's she said you cutting in and out.
Yeah. From the YouTube.
It's from YouTube. Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, the internet's going on this wonkers today. You know, the funny thing is, I don't think a lot of people understand them guys. You feel me?
Right.
From a standpoint which,
Who
you know,
the passport, bro?
yeah, the passport bros, yeah.
Oh, to enlighten me.
I'm gonna tell you. I break it down.
We gonna
Yeah.
get into it.
We gonna
We
yeah.
gonna get into it. We gonna get Rodney in. We gonna get into it. It's gonna be it's kind of part of the topic too. So we definitely gonna get into it. So I'm
Word.
gonna
Should I
share it out.
download this as an app or should this be in my browser?
I'm using it as a browser. I don't know if they even had an app.
Yeah, I don't know either. I was just seeing if my sound was messy. Best if I did have the app.
Desusa, how does it sound?
From Cappuccino's end.
Shout outs to Facebook. Shout outs to Facebook. For the one
Oh, it's
Facebook follower.
comments in here too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shout outs to Facebook.
Because last time we did this, we did Zoom, so we went on a different route, chart restream, so we can get it from Facebook, YouTube, Twitch. What else we got? Twitter.
Yeah, Twitter.
Yeah,
We're on Twitter,
it's all
Twitch.
Nice.
Yeah, so we all connected.
Word.
Yep.
What's up, Keisha?
What's going on, Keisha?
Man, let me start. Let me check if I got too much stuff going on in the background.
Oh, you see what Keisha said? Well, you can't see. You see what Keisha saying? I'm Hakeem.
You going in on them shit. Hey. Hey. I'm still a nigga from the hood now. I gotta be as transparent as what I get. Keisha, you know me better than that. You know me better than that. I'm an open book, baby.
Yeah, it's still kind of bad on your end, Ronnie.
Listen, if I had somebody to cook, would I be
Extremely.
eating chips? Who's cooking?
Go ahead. Start the show. Screw it. Start it.
Okay. So thank you guys for back on the show. This your boy New Jordanera. Introduce yourself, Hakeem.
Prince Hakeem.
And we got your boy Ronnie Ron. And now we have a special guest that we had last year. He's coming back to join the chat this year. If you guys want, please subscribe to this channel, Cappuccino Brown. He has a show called Wander, and he goes around and travel around the country. I think last year he traveled like 4 continents. And how many countries you traveled to altogether last year?
I think it was like
Okay. So one of the reasons I kind of brought Cappuccino on the show on this show, particularly for this topic, definitely want to bring give it from his glass because he's traveled and and plus I had another country get it, but he backed out. But we're gonna schedule for him. And so for the topic of the show is there a better option to date abroad instead of here in America? Now, knowing here the dating scene from a lot of people, the dating scene is trash. From here, from LA, I'm hearing it from Atlanta, Miami, all the major cities, from men and from women. And so I want to know, for you guys and also for the chat, definitely want to hear you guys from the chat. Is it time for y'all maybe get y'all passports? Maybe move to a different country. maybe date somebody different from a different culture, because around this time after the COVID hit, a lot of people start working from homes. And for people that work from
Mm-hmm.
homes, why not, leave your home and, travel to another country while you're working from home? There's an option out there. Also you got people who study abroad, from colleges. Also people who's in the military, they do their go travel different countries and everything. So definitely want to talk about this topic. I believe we talk about the topic, and another wasn't really this, the rise of the rise of the talk of the passport bros of last year. How's that keep rising? How they traveling to other countries just to live and date. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna pass the baton for somebody, and want to hear from you guys, and let's get it rocking.
Mm, or what?
Go out, Cappuccino. If you want to go first, be my guest.
All right, so wait, just ask me like the question. Is it easier to date
It's
overseas?
yes.
Um, I personally to date where you from, because that you grew up around, y'all all are raised the same way, so y'all kind of think the same language. You kind of have the same foundation. You're wrong, dating overseas is fun and it's exciting, learning new languages, different cultures, all of that stuff. But like, it's tough to really stay together in that situation, especially if you're not living over their culture. So I think it's actually easier to date where you from, but more fun. Yeah, it's way more fun to just date everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Because you limit yourself. So yeah.
Go ahead, King. How you feel about it?
I agree with him 100%. He's telling actually the truth. I think from a cultural standpoint, being in America, we're gonna want to be with somebody that's similar to us. But there's these guys out here who women consider lames. Come on, you know what I'm talking about now. These guys try to talk to women. They're not able to get past first base. They're not able to get past second base. So a lot of these guys want to be around women who want to appreciate them. So a lot of these guys want to go to places where it's maybe easier easier to get women, and maybe for somebody to want to just be with them. So that's why I think people might go overseas and stuff like that. I personally, I'm like Cappuccino here. I want to date an American woman who comes from a similar background as far as just being black and knowing the experiences that I go through and stuff like that. And it is kind of hard to be with somebody with a language barrier. It's all fun when you smashing. Ay, pobrecito. Ay, pobrecito. You know what I mean? It's good when you're there, you send her a couple dollars, she hugging. But the main conversation y'all gonna have is, are you hungry? You want me to get you something to eat? That's really what it is. You can't talk about thought-provoking things with somebody who has a language barrier. And her next idea is to eat the next day. So that's how I feel. But don't get me wrong, I do understand guys from another perspective why they go overseas, because I know guys who went and got their wives overseas. I've met guys. I know guys who could, huh?
They went over there and got her. Like
yeah. Listen, Cappuccino, I got some niggas right now. I could call them. I could call them. Listen, and you want to know what their whole complaint was? They say, oh, they think I'm a lame. Listen, let's be real. Cappuccino, you know this. Listen, there's a prototype of a man that typical women want here in America. We're talking about black women, because I have rarely ever dated out my race. You know what I'm trying to say? Shout outs to Darian Long. And tell me if you agree
Thanks,
with that.
Daryl Long. Thanks for coming. Go ahead.
If you're not, let's just get down to the nitty gritty. Why we have this inception of black passport bros. Now, mind you, white boys been leaving the country, smashing things all over the world. They're conquestors. Tell me if I'm wrong. They've been impregnating all over the world. People have an issue with the black passport bros because it's a bunch of white boys in the Philippines and in Thailand. I know that for a fact. They listen, they're leaving babies by the and they're leaving babies by the woo-ha over there. It's an issue because they see a black man with a passport. I'm here in Thailand. You feel me? And they say, nigga, what you doing over there? You a janitor at the school. Understand this. The janitor at the school can't talk to a woman here, though. I know that. Majority black women have degrees. I've heard a woman said that I can't date a garbage man, but I could date a teacher because the level of conversation we're going to have is not going to be the same. This is the reason why a lot of these guys are going to go where they treat it best. Go ahead.
And the thing is about that, Hakeem, I just read an article 2 weeks ago or a week ago about a garbage man in New York. They did so much overtime last year. They made over $300K last year as a garbage man because they were short staffed and and I guess it was post COVID as well. And my thing is, my thing is, it's like most women, they have being hypergamy, they want to make sure they stable of money and everything. But what you said about having like a conversation, you can have a conversation with somebody that's a garbage man or a janitor or something like that. And that's what I don't get about, dating over here or just seeing people dating over here. But go back to the topic, do I feel like, it's a better option dating overseas? I'm kind of going to agree with both of y'all on this. I feel like, like I said, I this is coming out not being a date because, I've been my wife, been married for 2 and been my wife, 13 years and everything. So my thing is like, it only takes one to get right. It only takes one to get right with one woman. So if that's the case, what's the problem of trying to find one here? You know what I'm saying? I feel like some people talk about this. They look for, women kind of living in the city. Because a lot of these women that's like on Instagram or that type of stuff, they live in major cities like, LA, Houston, Atlanta, Miami, New York, And a lot of women like these fast lives. But there's women, I'll say, who lives in the suburbs, who doesn't like the city, who likes, likes quiet, being stable, and people. And then I can see like people who maybe live in the suburbs, they kind of want to, be in have a family, Hopefully in the next, couple of years, me and my wife, we can move to the suburbs and, get a house and raise our family like that. So I feel like, with this dating stuff, just looking from the outside of it and looking as a married man, I just feel like there's still options here in America that you can find a husband or wife here. I really, really, truly believe that. Especially somebody who is a lane. Maybe they looking at me at the wrong places or something like that. But go ahead, Hakeem. Oh, go ahead.
I think in that case, like the person that's lame over here don't necessarily the person they want, but at the end of the day, wherever you are is who you are. So if you lame and your home country or else, yeah, you might pay a little bit less, but the woman you paying for. So I think like when it comes to dating, you gotta first of all, nobody gonna make you happy. You have to make yourself happy first. You got to live personally believe first. You got to do everything you want for you first. And then that way you can know people be dating in LA can't afford to date in LA. They can't afford to take care of them. Take this girl on a date when you can't pay your rent. Like you got to know what in order to like move up from there. You know what I'm saying? So the dating scene out here in LA, like I understand where people coming from, but then again, like all of these people coming from all over the world literally coming in here to make money. They know who looking for love here get smited most of the time. Like people came here. So I think know what room you in when I finna try to date at the club, you more likely go to the grocery store or the church. So I think definitely know where you at, and sometimes people just not in the right time of their life to be in a relationship.
You know, Cappuccino, you made a good fact about people knowing where you at, because I feel like a lot of these people, when they move to big cities, you know, they expect you to find somebody, you know, here in the big city. But you live in a big city like here in LA, you know, it's competition here. You know, people is here, move on, like you said, move all around the world, or you know, from New York or major cities to here to do business. Like for me, you know, I came here like already, you know, engaged to be married. And knowing that, coming and looking at living in other cities like that, you know, living in Miami, you know, it was rare for me to find find my wife in Miami, especially in school, because in Miami it's a totally different ball game. It's similar to LA, but it's a totally different ball game. But the thing again is
Right.
but the thing is about that is I found my wife, you know, in school, you know, and there's certain
Mm.
places like, for instance, for some other races, you know, usually they find a mate usually in, you know, a little bit sometimes in high school, because they, you know, they grew up together, or really find going to colleges and really finding their mate, because I feel like when you go into college, you know, that's where you really out there. And you know, and to me, I think that's the one of the best chances to find a mate, because you kind of knowing the like, for instance, my wife, we kind of knew where we was going, like career wise, so we was cool with that. And also, you know, talking about family too. So knowing, I would say, kind of knowing what kind of career maybe your spouse is going to in colleges, maybe you could talk about it, maybe it could connect, and maybe y'all could talk about, you know, how you know your lives might be in the next 3 or 4 or 5 years. And also, I want to say this too: a lot of people don't plan on or have a goal of what to do in the next 4 or 5 years or 2 to 3 years, if they want to, you know, get in a relationship or get married in the next 2 to 3 years. You know, they just go out here not knowing what to do. You know, they go to, you know, clubs. That's me. That's the wrong place to go to. They go to, you know, areas they think they could find a mate, but that's not the right place to find a mate. I feel like people don't know where to go, but there's um, areas that I'll tell you this. I'll tell you this. I believe a lot of women, when they say, well, they want a man, but they don't know certain places where they can find one. You know, they think they go to the clubs or something that have parties, you can find a man. To me, that's the wrong place to go to. I feel like if you go to, you know, schools, or you go to a museum or something that's kind of quiet, or something like, let's just say, where men hang around with when they get off of work. Where do they go to, like, kind of chill out? Maybe go to a bar or a jazz club or a lounge. You know, to me that's the best place to find something like that, because it's not crazy. It's just like a lounge. You're chilling, you're having a drink, and you want to mingle.
Hmm. It it's probably easier to date, and there's a matching sentiment about love and relationships. In America, we not necessarily love. Love ain't necessarily our thing. If fuck her, fuck him, get money, blah blah blah. But in some, I can't wait to find a husband and a wife, and blah 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 blah. So hopes if the community matches the sentiment that you want.
Brothers, y'all both hit on some beautiful points. I just want to come at this from a standpoint of a nigga who was a lame. I'm a lame. I was a Pokemon streaming type nigga. Now, there's some point that I want to get to. In America, a lot of us get with each other because we have individual idealistic views. First, let's point that to the point. It's even more worse in the most competitive dating markets: Miami, New York, Los Angeles, Houston, Dallas, where there's money flowing. So there's a prototype of a man that most women are seeing that even lower class women want. There's a point I'm getting here now. most women are not marrying respiratory therapists or paralegals or lawyers or doctors who are black. Those are only 10% of men. The large majority of us are being left out due to gap in income, gap in education, gap in culture. With that being said, somebody who probably went to school like you probably went to college. I didn't go to college. I went to go work at Quikrete at the concrete place. What is my chances of getting somebody who was fine and that very low? So you have a lot of these guys who asking where I'm going to go. And mind you, here's the thing. Even at a younger age, women are told to focus on their careers and then get you the type of man you want later. And most of the time when you meet women younger, you really ain't they type unless you super fine or super money. So a lot of these guys who are going overseas, dating options was horrible here. Now, I get where you're coming from with this, and I'm saying this. I know guys who barely, in mind you, y'all made some points where going to a lounge or going here. It's some niggas that are socially awkward who can't even be around 7 people. Niggas is in the house streaming. Or sometimes you meet people in social events. So that's why you got the advantage of niggas is on online dating. They meeting girls over, they talking to girls from other
That's
states.
not like the woman fault that the dude don't got the confidence to go out. Because I think there's roles. Women got their roles, men got their, like, as a man, if you're not gonna go out and seek the things that you want, it goes like that for everything. If you doubt and go get it, you never gonna get it. Women live different to get it. So everything that we lack, we have to go get it. So
I
whether
agree
that's
with
the
you.
confidence to go outside or the confidence to start cooking shit, anything, if we don't seek it out, we don't. It works for our side.
Let me ask you a question, dude. You give a good point. So that means that a person would have to change who he is as a person to fit the dating pool. Is that
from the broader perspective, like, like when a woman has her role. I think you not necessarily, you born a man, you got to do what men do. If you born a woman, you got to do what women do. I don't think it's no like that. That thing is not changing. That don't sound to go. You definitely have to be what your gender.
Okay? No, you're right. But look at it from this point. Cappuccino, you speak very eloquently. When I talk, I don't even know you. I could tell you are traveled. You feel me? Women are going to gravitate to that. Now, mind you, there's certain guidelines certain women won't, and certain times certain women would accept certain men for certain things. Now, I'm just talking about a regular guy who worked at Jeffy Lube, who's the top side mechanic.
Too though. I was like a band geek in school.
You was.
Shit. But I feel like, I think at the end of the day, it comes down like you being you, because there is literally somebody for everybody. There's too many people not to be pairs.
You're right, but I'm gonna throw my hands up. When you yourself, that doesn't resonate to dates here in America. Let's be real about it. And listen, not everybody, but there's a lot of people who are having a hard time just to get a simple date with some people. And I want to look, especially if you in a market like LA, with as many niggas riding around here in Corvettes. The average girl in South Central gonna look at you like, nigga. Shit, because I could tell you about these chicks here in Miami. If you're not in the Dodge Charger Scat Pack 392, or maybe the Daytona edition, or you don't got on the Ferragamo belt, or you not, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong. If you got money, then your looks probably doesn't matter because women even fucking ogres with some cash.
Shit, an old ugly.
And also with social media has changed the game. It gotta give some. It gave the woman. You know what. If a woman's at here, L.A. or L.A., Miami or Dubai or something like that, they will go out and travel more because a lot of women, especially around this time, they are traveling a lot more.
Yeah.
And they feel like if you don't have a passport that you've been in these type of countries, they'll look at you different.
They should. If you don't have a passport, be looked at different. Why don't you have a passport in one of the freest countries? Have one.
That's
Everybody
true.
should have one.
Yeah,
Here,
I got
yes.
one.
I got one too. Yeah.
So it's very important, and I think she should look at have this thing just in case some shit go down. Because then again, now you putting your family either got to leave you because they got them, or everybody got to stay and suffer because we need that ticket out, or at least have the ability to get out if we need. There are certain things I feel like we gotta have, and all the specifics, but like as far as like men and women, everybody bullet points, and as far as being humans, and so we all gotta have certain things in line. That's like the basic. Not necessarily the case all the time, but it definitely should be principle.
I want to get down to the nitty gritty of this thing, and let's just be honest here, fellas. We all fellas here, right? Let's be honest with us. Let's get down to the two things women are looking for here in America, and there's a point I want to get with this. Status. A lot of it has to do with status, and I'm including money and status, and looks in the looks department. In the department, let's be frank about it. Now, if a man here, and tell me if you in agreement, and I want to segue into this on why men are seeking better options in different places. Now, mind you, the friends who I got who had got their wives, they didn't go to Thailand, they didn't go to the Philippines, but they did go to the diaspora. You feel me? And there's a common thing that I was hearing amongst them, which I want to ask you. Now, a woman here in America, if you don't have a certain level of, if they can't see they can't build nothing with you, then that might be an issue as far as, that's what I'm saying. So money is one of the major things why certain men are not able to date and look in the looks department. And I want to ask you that. Could you see a coalition with that, just maybe from friends you might know or people you might see in the landscape? Because here's the thing. With my homeboy, when he went to, now mind you, here's the thing now, because I also want to put this, there still is a chance a woman overseas can still cheat on you and come here and change. That still is an option. But what my homeboy told me was when he was here, my homeboy works a regular job at the airport. He makes roughly $29,000. I'm not going to $29,000, $39,000. Now, for a woman, that's not enough if she's trying to build a life and have kids. Now, so he said when he went overseas, he noticed that certain questions were not being asked that a woman here would ask. Now, I'm talking about a woman in the diaspora, Jamaica, Trinidad, and stuff like that, because his wife is Jamaican. So she was okay with just being him for him. And mind you, he even admits himself, he said he know he ain't no looker, but she still hollered at him and was willing to conceive a baby with him. So that's the point where I want to get at with that.
Well, I think if you going right, and if you plan on being a man of your household, you have a house house and a car for her. I mean, at the end of the day, one of the things that I don't necessarily build from the ground up, that's not necessarily our thing. We hire workers. So it's ingrained in most men and women to not necessarily going back. Like, if you don't have a house and a car or whatever, I mean, I guess, like, why would this woman want to join you if you? I wouldn't want to hang out with nobody who not supposed who knowing. Don't get me wrong. If you're doing what you're supposed to be doing and just ain't click it, all right, cool. We can still date, blah blah blah. But like, if you just out here wasting everybody's time, I think you deserve. Everybody got to do their job. So as a man, if you feel like she should be, you know what I'm saying, calling your phone, make sure that you got all your shit straight. You can cover her because at the end of the day, you got to take care of her. Like in other, you can't marry a woman and take her out of her family unless you pretty much pay for it. I think you got to put some money down. You got to put some gold up. You got to do something. Our culture is a lot different. We don't think things through, and we think that everything should just be given to us in the real world. In America, maybe sometimes, but in the real world, it don't work like that. And don't get me wrong, people get lucky, people born into it, blah, 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 gotta build everything, and you got to maintain it. And so if you this house that you want everybody to come kick it at, where they gonna kick it at? On the curb? Like, nah, everybody has to do their part. And as a man, if you gotta make sure that you can provide for yourself, her, and those kids. Don't be trying shit situation and then be mad at her when she trying to get all this excited out, especially if she bad. I mean, let's just say women in general. They're gonna get invited to it, and then the dude will. Not to say that dudes don't get invited to a lot of stuff. They get more invited to more parties, more trips, more hotels, all of that. Like you said, there is competition. So you gotta know when you shooting your shot, you got the nice gym to shoot the shot court, trying to shoot shots and all of that. Like you got to be right within yourself, because a woman can go anything else, and she'll deal with somebody who might not be a looker or whatever if you're on it. But if you ain't got nothing you supposed to have done, then you won't.
And I'll say this, add on to you what you said, Cappuccino. If you have to wait all the way to your 30s, wait. Sometimes it takes time to build. You might not get everything in your 20s. I learned that for a fact myself. Even though I've been with my wife, there's a lot more that I wanted, but it's like, you know what? When I I'm 32 now, I turned 30. It's like, wait a minute. My wife, I've been, maybe I was overthinking, trying to do as much as I did, but I would say this: my wife appreciate what I did, even though I didn't have a lot of things. But we was living in Miami, we didn't have all that type of stuff. But she's the type of woman where she's probably different, that saw my plan and really just like really move out to LA and just really turn it around and everything. And at the time, she didn't believe it. But when I told her, I said, "Hey, let's take this step," from living in LA for 4 years, and now we living pretty good right now, and she's seeing that, and I'm telling her, this is not over. There's so much stuff that we still got to do. Hoping in a couple of years we'll buy a house here. Get a car, have a kids, all that type of stuff. I feel like maybe there's some women. There are some women who wants the stuff right now, but there's sometimes I feel like there are some women that. No. Let me go to the men. Men need to be patient. If it takes to your 20s, build up to your 20s and your 30s, because once you hit your 30s, you kind of you more mature. You kind of know what you want, and you kind of maybe you figure out kind of how life is all about just a little bit. But you keep figuring out once you get older and older of learning about yourself, about how really life's work. Money wise, relationship wise, and all that type of stuff. And also for women,
I think a lot of dudes don't really understand like the larger picture, and so they feelings get hurt when a woman is like, "Nah, I don't want you." And you got to know what game you playing. You can't just pull up in the boxing gym, just your shoes, like, you're not gonna get nothing accomplished. Like, you gotta be ready to have what you need, and you gotta do the work to know what you need.
Yeah. And also, I'm gonna go back to the women standpoint. For women, I think, and this time, I think women are not patient enough with some of these men if they have a plan. Because sometimes it's gonna take, it's gonna take time sometimes. And I feel like some women, they're sipping impatient and they want stuff now. But sometimes it takes a while to get what you get.
Yeah,
It
but
really, really,
also
really
in
do.
that same breath too, like if she not, then that's on her. Then let her go, because clearly she wants
Yeah,
something that you can't provide for. That's not the lane you need to be in.
that's true.
So I think if with you, they gonna ride with you just like you ride for your homies, girls ride for your partner, you ride for your family. Like if you really ride, do. If not, then hey, you,
How you feel about King? What we was talking about?
No. I agree with you. Listen, I'm not disagreeing with nothing. You are 100% right. Everything you're saying is right. That aligns with what we do here in America. And I'm not disagreeing with you too, because I've had women told me that over my lifetime. I couldn't be mad about that. And you know what I mean? Because every place has a different way of going about business. There's a rules of engagement in every place where you at, no matter what country you at. And Cappuccino stated something about even when in Africa, sometimes there's a diary you have to pay for a wife. There's a diary. So your money has to be correct. So the thing is, you also pointed out something too, that there's a lot of women here who are not willing to go through the training session that a man gets to. And this is kind of the reason why a lot of us guys who get to where we're going, we do have somewhat of a resentment when we get to the muds. I'm not going to
but
even sit here.
we grow better in solitude as men. So
Oh
it's
man,
sometimes it's safer for her to not
preach,
be around.
man.
So I think, like you either shoot from like when you yay hide, or you just gonna have to go through the fire and shit. Everybody gonna see.
Funny enough, you say that. After I hit 35 and I started hit 36 and I was better to manage my finances, I started to understand what career I was heading into. And I started to notice my bank account was getting, I started to have a kind of a resentment for certain women who didn't wanted to see me going together. So it kind of signaled to me where even at a point where I said, okay, I shouldn't even give people my time, but I had to wake myself up and understand that there's still there's an idea of view that women here have to go, that they have to have what they want. Jordan, I always say he's lucky because he was able to find a woman back then to grow with him. Not a lot of people is like that unless if she was raised in a certain type of way. And this is why culture, I always bring in culture for an example, because Hispanic women, certain people who come from other countries who are in America, who will get with certain guys, not knowing that, because there's a cultural aspect about them that says that we're going to build up together. And we understand that wealth comes in too. Wealth comes in too, and I'm going to help you be the man that you're supposed to be, and stuff like that. It's just that I can understand there's a lot of guys who probably didn't have a man at home, or probably was not able to understand how to talk to women, the rules of engagement, because you got a lot of guys who can get money, but a lot of guys don't know how to approach a woman. A lot of guys don't know how to do this. And this is the reason why they can go overseas and meet certain women and it doesn't feel awkward for them because it's like, okay, I could just be myself around them. You know what I mean? And that's where that point. Let me ask you, did you ever have to feel any awkwardness in any place you've been, any country you've been to with women?
But I think the weirdest place I've still women was in LA. Like most of my life is just, it's pretty simple. But I think the other element that is kind of two elements. One is like it's not necessarily the women got money. I think the dude more so should be more than anything that made it hard for everybody to survive, and like the natural way too is like when you do go abroad, women, you're not in your home country no more, so people assume that you've already like made it and you got all this money. So this idea of you worked up in their head, which is not always, you know. So I think perception plays a lot of it. Like I said, if you weird over here, you're probably gonna be weird over there. At the end of the day, we all human, bro. Like everybody's a person. Women know when you weird, dude, weird, or one woman is out of pocket or something. Like everybody know it's you just know. You get that feeling when something's off. Go and it be new for a while, but I mean, if who you are is consistent, it's gonna be the same wherever you go.
Right. Hey, Cappuccino, I also have a question for you. For going to the different continents have you been to, do you see differences of people dating to get married in different continents or different countries than here in America?
So I would say I don't want to say most. What I've seen is it seems like a lot of people in the world are looking for love, but then it's like a fine balance of like want to get married, and then you got that other side of people who like I'm for everybody. Like I love all y'all, and you do see both parties intermingling. So you see the people that single people doing, and you see in single people doing relationships stuff, and so balance for real. But I don't know. I think it depends on how she grew up, how he grew up, what want, and all of this stuff. It's a couple of factors, you know, that I think should be. I mean, there's a lot of people who don't ever want to be in a relationship. A lot of people who only want to be married.
No, you telling the truth. You telling the truth, man. I just say that my main thing I tell people, I say go where you're treated best. I say there's not a one all fix it for everybody. You know what I mean?
Of course.
You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean, where you might find love, another person might not. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people who's able to navigate the waters of dating here in America. Some guys just can't deal with it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then being able to do that. You know what I mean? It's all about being accepted and wanting to find somebody who truly is going to care for you and not what you can do for them. And that's pretty hard, though. That's pretty hard, a hard pill to swallow, especially where everything is based on what you can provide.
But as a man, that's important though, because you got to take care of everybody, and that's the unfortunate part about us. Is like we got the fucking scapegoat for all of that. So it's like, but I mean, again, like we made it get with her, get her pregnant, have this thing. So, or if you single and you ain't got, and when it's time, make sure it's time.
Cappuccino, I don't even think the whole taking care is an issue. I just think that there's certain expectations that people here in America have that I think men just can't feel. And sometimes it's just very minute things, minute frivolous things.
Like
you know, man, like being well versed in stuff. Like you got a lot of women who are big on that. You think somebody who's a journeyman electrician is going to know about the theory of quantum physics?
Nah, but if he's an electrician, he's of that field. The thing is, when it comes to being versed in stuff, topic, and you really learn about it. So whether your topic is sport, being an electrician, engineering, like whatever it is.
No, I was using that as an example because there's things that women like. They want their men to be versed into. You know what I mean? Like they want them to be like, hey, this is what I'm into. And sometimes, to be honest with you, sometimes and I'm only saying this for the point. Sometimes it's not actually the man's fault in a sense. I want you to put it for this because women will give certain men a try and try to convert them into another way. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like if you a
Yeah, but that's
lawyer,
what they gonna do.
yeah, that's what they're going to do. But here's the thing: for us men, we take whatever comes in a box and really don't care. You could listen. This dude, you could work at Checkers or Rallies, or you could be a respiratory therapist. We all look at you kind of the same.
I don't know. I would say it like that, but I think at the end of the day, if you on your stuff, no matter what field you work, you need out of life.
No, you got a point. You got a point, but Mustang Run.
Cause listen, I've seen on the date and it goes horribly wrong. Maybe like, wow, you got a gift. Maybe that's not for you. Maybe your relationship is your thing. Me and with all the women is not that person's thing. Or being the man. I think you gotta know what works best for you.
No,
and stay in that personally, but like the people in general, like know what you good.
but I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. You in one of the most competitive dating markets, like here in Miami. So a lot of women there gonna want a couple different things. They're gonna want a couple different things because what they're being exposed to. I bet you everybody think
They better go get it then. Cause I look at it like this: dating life. Listen, I ain't holding nobody into my life. You shit, my life is gonna be great with or without her,
without you, yeah,
or them, or whatever. I'm always gonna get what I want because I work hard to go get it. So I'm in a state of lack because I got that dog in me to go get whatever it is. I don't even look at it like that. If this market ain't competitive to me, like I've dated people everywhere. Like I just look at that as not necessarily a challenge. Like love ain't a challenge where you go. Like this girl can have on your favorite color or something. Something about that librarian look. They got me just
yeah.
find what you like and then keep it simple.
No,
But
definitely.
this dating being in LA dating, don't get me wrong, it's stupid because people are sticking unattainable even for themselves. So you're like, how you gonna put unrealistic when you would never
I just
get there?
Right.
People like
Speaking
that.
cappuccino.
You're gonna be sad as hell and lonely trying to be, oh bitch, well dude, go get it. I don't give a fuck. Just get our regular, you know.
No, definitely. But that's the thing. I do think a lot of that does slow down when you get older. People start to realize that we might need to put certain things in the coffin and just go get somebody that's gonna cohabitate. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah, I still got a little time. I'm only 29, so I don't really know. But right now, I've seen it. It's like I've known that, like, yeah, if I still be with the girl I was with in college, you know what I'm saying? But I've been other shit, but I also might not have been the man that I am today if I was still with her. So pros and cons. I think you just got to know where you feel maximize your chances in life for whatever it is you want.
Sherelle, what's up? Ronnie's having internet difficulties.
Yeah, sure. He's having difficulties on his part of the show today. But for the chat, we about to close the stream pretty soon. So if you have any questions for us, let us know. With that being said, Cappuccino, tell them about your your YouTube channel, your Instagram. Tell how we can follow you and everything.
All right, what's good, people? It's your man Cappuccino. The travel show. It's called Wandering, and it just basically explores cuisines and comedy. And I go to a familiar with it, and I go alone, and I try to learn about the culture try all the things that I can in the most authentic way. So if anybody want to catch that, it's called Wandering on you. It's apostrophe N, not ING. And also, if you want to join the monster, I have all of that stuff up on my website at Capcom, or you can find it all on YouTube. But yeah, man, we gonna travel the world, and I'm tired of people being left out. So this is an all-inclusive. So yeah, check it out.
Hey man, please subscribe to the channels. He's almost close to 1,000. So please subscribe. Hey, I say his video editing is off the chain. People, if you watch his stuff, all his stuff is for him. He does almost everything. It is legit.
Yeah, everybody take this journey. The vlogs are super. It's an immersive experience. You know, we got long takes where you like to take a ride down the street in India, you know, which is something I dreamed of, and I get to bring everybody along. So I made this not just a thank you. Super fun. Leave some recommendations, countries you want to see me meet. I'm down for it all. Like I said, this project is bigger than me. We're gonna wander till we can't no more.
That's right. But yes, there you go. Thank you. Hakeem just dropped out the link, you guys. So hey, please subscribe to the channel, and I'm telling you, his stuff is the bomb. It is the bomb, and like I said, he's gonna be he's gonna do a lot more traveling this year. So stay tuned.
And
It's
some
gonna
stand
be
up. We'll do some comedy. I'm which direction this year, so be prepared to see me too many.
yes, sir. And people don't know he didn't say it, but he's also a comedian too. So
Yep.
really good comedian. Man is very talented. But yes, sir. But thank you guys. Thank you for joining the stream. You know, unfortunately, Roddy could have come. He's having Wi-Fi issues, but
Today
maybe
was
next.
back.
Yeah, but next time, we'll have Cappuccino back on the show maybe pretty soon. We'll definitely have another topic for him, and also we'll try to bring another content creator so we can all have a topic to discuss. But like I said, thank you guys. Thank you for watching tuning to Chaos Culture Radio. But that being said, we are out.
Peace.
Peace.
Yeah, my bad. What you said? My bad. Somebody, yo, Cappuccino.
No. Go ahead.
Brother. I appreciate you, man.
It's still going live, ain't it?
Yeah, brother. I appreciate you. I appreciate your wisdom. I appreciate you come here. That you always come here and do monumental stuff because that last one niggas is still talking about that. You know that. That last one niggas is still talking about that. We still have, you know what I mean? Because it's very, I always say this, very inspiring to meet black men who go do their own thing and do what they love instead, you know what I mean? Instead of doing what we think is right. So I always appreciate you, and you are an inspiration. You inspire me. I got some things going, and I'm gonna be in Chile one day in Colombia. You know what I'm saying? Because I seen you in Chile. And I was like, nigga, I want to be in Chile like him. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So I appreciate you so much, brother.
No, man, thanks for having me. Able to, get out some of these thoughts that I've been thinking while I was on shape the platform.
Definitely. So, people, we signing out. Yeah, hold on. Matter of fact, you do music, don't you?
Yeah, I got some songs.
Hold on.
Got a couple tracks.
Listen. Let me end this. Let's end this with a track that I like from you.
Okay. Go ahead.
All right, let's see. that's
Give us
good.
something before we end the show. Go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, I go by the name of Cappuccino Brown.
That's me.
And today I brought a few of my homies with me.
I love this
Talk
joint.
to you about
I do too.
do-rags,
Oh man,
love
I'm
and
glad-
happiness,
It almost
and
killed
shea
me.
butter.
This video.
I hope you got a moment for a life lesson. Oh, I'm so wavy, baby. She got some scarves and I got hella so wavy, baby. She got some scarves with the patterns so wavy, baby. She got some scarves and I got hella so wavy, baby. Got some scarves with the patterns that matter.
Now early in the morning, soon as I get done yawning, I'm racing to the mirror, my vision couldn't be clearer. I got to brush the top, the back, the sides. Women staring at my waves as I'm looking them in the eyes. I know shorties mesmerized while I'm admiring her thighs. I want no strings attached, but I would do as can match. Got my do-rag on tight, I rock it all through the night. Even when I'm at work on Sunday, I wear it to church. My waves on 360, you know them hoes is picking me. Them haters, they mad, they sick of me. Crack my giggity. Now if your lady's round, I feel sorry for you brothers. I have many different do-rags and they come in different colors. If you ain't got no haters, you probably not doing good. I accumulated mine with my bristles and my wood. Now pimps, players, bad bitch slayers. Go check the mirror and fix your hair, player.
She got silk scarves and I got
Fix your hair, player.
happiness and all the shape of the leg.
fixing
We
mine.
got silk scarves with the patterns that match. Love and happiness and all the shape of the leg. She got silk scarves and I got hella do-rag. Love and happiness and all the shape of the leg. We got silk scarves with the patterns that match. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby.
I pull up and hop out, do rag match in my belt. I see her, she see me, think we been here before. Gave valet my car keys on my way to the bar. I order like 4 shots, put it all on my car.
Shorty a 10, I think she feeling me. We holding hands, we taking shots, we sipping Hennessy. It took 2 shots and she got hot, she turned into a freak. I called an Uber to the spot, it's getting crazy.
I said I knew it
baby.
from the moment when I seen her, she
So
was
crazy.
fine. Ooh, we goddamn, where you from and what's your sign? You must be a Pokemon, Pokemon. Cause I just wanna peek at you. Yeah, I just wanna peek at you. Yeah, I just wanna creep with you. And you smell good, what is that sin? You smell like love and happiness and rent. Love and happiness and all the shape of the leg. She got silk scarves and I got hella do-rag. Love and happiness and all the shape of the leg. We got silk scarves with the patterns that match. Love and happiness and all the shape of the leg. We got silk scarves and I got hella do-rag. Love and happiness and all the shape of the leg. We got silk scarves with the patterns. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby. I'm so wavy, baby. Wavy, baby.
Hey, Cappuccino, I love this joint. I play this shit from time to time. I play it from time to. That's my baby. That's my joint.
Hey, I appreciate you for the streams. That's
Hey.
gonna help me pay one day, hopefully.
Automatic. No, listen, I'm gonna cover you in the blood of Jesus. You'll be by 1,000, my nigga.
Yeah.
Nigga, bro, my nigga,
Yeah.
listen, he'll be monetized before these months is over. Nigga, let's
Absolutely.
get it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure, for sure.
Peace to everybody. Peace out.
We out.